Hello ladies and gents, I got more mod content for you today, coming in the form of Paragon mods. This time, continue the support Paragon pack made by Depleted Nova. Big thanks to him for creating it. I'm not going to waste any time here, we're just going to jump straight into the Sentry Divos. That's how it's called in this one. 378k. Description, Sentries and Plasma make for a decent combination. Decent. Sounds kind of underwhelming because I expect Paragons to be extraordinary. Out of this world. Well, nevertheless, let's take a look and see what this modded Paragon has to offer. We're going to start with degree 1 as usual and then see how it compares to degree 100. So right now I just see Paragons. I just see, or rather, Champion Sentries. Or actually, it's called Overclock Sentry in this mod. Again, in case you don't know, the top path engineer got changed from Sentry Paragon to Sentry Champion in order to fix the confusion. So I would assume, because of that, the Sentries that spawns is now called Champion Sentry. In fact, let me just check real quick. Yep, it's called Champion Sentry, that is correct. Now, I do want to compare this, because I'm pretty sure that the projectiles from this Paragon, is a little bit bigger than the Champion Sentry sentries. Let's see. Let's try to compare. Yes. It's definitely a lot more pronounced and strong. Also, the explosions look a lot more intense. In fact, it seems like there's two different explosions. One of them is just a normal animation, but the other one is just, it looks like a huge amount of explosion at once. Not sure how much damage it deals. I don't really have any stats on me, unfortunately, so we're really gonna have to just go with the eye test to see what exactly this thing does. Like, let's watch here. Every time the sentry explodes, it looks like it can juggle about 5 sentries at once. That's pretty similar to the Sentry Champion. So yeah, let's take a look here. The explosions, I think they can one-shot fortified DTs, which is nice. Honestly, I expect them to one-shot fortified DTs, because otherwise, why would we be Paragon? The thing I guess I'm not sure about is how the middle path and bottom path are incorporated, because I would have at least expected a big chunk to spawn, something along the lines of that, but there's nothing. It's gone entirely. It's pretty much just top path incorporation. As for middle path, I mean, I guess you just assume that it just shoots faster. The sentries shoot faster than the Sentry Champion, but I don't know, I guess I expect a little bit more, if you know what I mean. The cool thing is that this does detect camo, so I guess it incorporates the quote-unquote foam from middle path. Granted, not in the same way. It'd be cool if these attacks like decamo DTs. I don't think it did though. Yeah, let me just watch here. Yeah, you see it. If it's a neon skin, it should change to yellow if it decamos, but it doesn't. So it's just innate camo for all these sentries here. Alright, now for a real test. First real test. Fortified Bad versus Engineer Paragon, Tier 1. Something like it's gonna be very close if we do beat it. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh, I think we have a good chance. Yeah, if we beat DTs, I think we got this. And we can even micro by selling sentries if we ever need to do that. Holy crap, I think one sentry explosion just knocked out fortified BFBs entirely. So, with, like, putting into account scaling, that's at least 2,000 damage per explosion, which, well, it's pretty good compared to, like, the 70 of the Sentry Champion. I'd say balance-wise, if you're trying to compare this to the real Paragons, this thing should maybe cost a little bit more, because it's the same price as the Dark Paragon, and, well, it seems like it's going to survive till at least the 150s. Given how easy, relatively easy 140 was, I assume we shouldn't really have a problem with 2,000 damage explosions. And as I said, round 150, and still not really close at all to Leakin. I think we have at least 5 to 10 rounds more in us. Let's see if that is correct. I think at this round I might be a little scared with the fortified DTs. Think I might need to sell a few sentries? Nope, that didn't work. So yeah, this part here. That one fortified leaks every time, and for some reason, it seems like when I sell manually, it doesn't work for some reason, like it doesn't create explosion. Like, let's watch again. Like, watch this. Yeah, I just sold it, and I don't think that thing damaged at all. Let me try changing targeting. Maybe putting them all on strong would help a little bit. Granted, they would target bads first rather than DTs, but let's see. Oh, no, we died to Ceramp instead. Whoops. Let me try putting a few on strong here, or switch to first now for fortifieds. Come on. They are damaging, correct? There we go, we got through it. A little bit of targeting goes a long way. Should be okay here. Should be okay. Nice. My only guess is maybe these explosions actually don't hit camo at all, and I didn't realize that till now. Guess we'll have to watch a little more carefully. Again, there are no, like, stats for this thing, unfortunately. So we just have to see what Depleted Nova has made for us in this Paragon mod. Now, can we beat this? I was gonna sell a Sentry, if it looked close. Just a couple ZMGs here. Come on, one explosion. We'll do it. Nice, not needed. But yeah, is this how it feels to be like a new player? Like, people who don't check the wiki or check YouTube for any information about how towers work? Because all they have to go on is, well, descriptions, which, well, if they're similar to this, which a lot of them are, then you won't know a damn thing about how that tower works. If so, that's a pretty bad feeling. Because, yeah, it just sucks not knowing exactly what it does, or what effects it has, what properties this tower can hit. Each of the attacks can hit, rather. This round could be tight. Nice catch. And on to 160 we go. This round's looking pretty gnarly with all those fortified DATs. No, I'm seeing those explosions. It definitely hits camos, for sure. Let me just see what happens when I try selling. What does that do? Oh, okay, I'm noticing. Yeah, it doesn't work. Either it defaults to the plain Sentry. See, it's not as pronounced, that explosion. See when I sell it? They're very tiny miniature explosions. So it seems like that's not a good strategy to do at all. You just have to create an RNGesus. Also, it seemed like it exploded, but the Sentry didn't explode. I'm not sure if it was doing that before, but it seems like they're doing that every 10 seconds, and then when it explodes, it does that again. I also can't win anymore for some reason. Let's try putting them all in strong, see if it changes anything. Come on. Nope. This could very well be the end, because I don't have any say in what to change here exactly. Well, if this is the end, then we'll just get to the degree 100, yeah. I don't think there's much variance I can do, aside from getting a new Paragon, but then I won't have any Sentry spawn, which will make it even worse, you know what I mean? So with that, we're actually going to continue this run. Instead of just, you know, making a new run all over, we'll just set this to degree 100 and see the difference it makes. Alright, round 2. Degree 100 this time, and let's play the round. Although, I only have one Sentry spawn, so this could be really bad. I'm watching carefully. It did explode once without disappearing. And it seems like it will not work. I need to start this at, like, probably the round before, so give me a second here. Alright, I think we should have it this time. Now that we start on round 159, we have, like, at least a couple sentries going on before DTs came in. And, well, let's see how this round is relative to degree 1. Definitely popping a lot easier. I also think it's spawning, yeah, definitely spawning more sentries. I think the attack speed also applies to, you know, the amount of sentries it spawns. So that means it's doubly effective. On top of these guys probably shooting at nearly twice the speed, we also have nearly twice the amount of sentries spawned because of that. I feel like I say this every modded Paragon video, but I do believe that the damage curve is the same as the other Paragons, like the ones in the game. And in fact, it's pretty much confirmed now because there was a Reddit post recently that showed the exact stats for, you know, how the attack speed is calculated, the pierce, the damage, and it all uses a formula. A very complicated formula. So if you like numbers, I'll leave the link to that Reddit post in the description in case you're curious about, you know, if you're just a nerd and you want to see numbers about Paragons, then that's probably for you. Otherwise, if you just want to see destruction, then just watch as I play this on fast forward, because I assume we'll get very far. I'm expecting at least 200 because, again, doubly counting is just huge. Humongous. Maybe even good enough to pass up the Spike Factory Paragon, which got to 217. At bare minimum, I expect power similar to Ninja Paragon, given how degree 1 went. So basically, round 210 or bust. That's what we're looking at. Okay, is it just me, or is this actually not doing as well as I expected? Because Fortified D2s are still getting very far. In fact, Bads. Like, if Bads get halfway on round 173, there's no shot it beats round 200 even. So I can't tell whether there's some sort of bug, but why do I feel like these guys aren't actually stronger at all compared to degree 1? Like, maybe it's buying double the mass entries, but the power of them is the same for some reason. Maybe only the damage is affected. The damage increase is only affected on the main engineer. Not sure, but I definitely feel like something is up here. Something's not right with this. Like, see, I'm almost dead to round 174. There's no chance that the difference between degree 1 and 100 is 15 rounds. That would be absolutely sad in that case. Like, see this? Literally last bend. I wonder if the explosion damage is the same. We can maybe experiment with that in a bit. A bunch of fortified DTs here. This could be scary. Nope. Again, another close call, though. That's the problem with this. There's too many close calls this early in. It's only a matter of time before we lose. Like, that round, maybe I shouldn't fast forward too much, but still. Let's try that again. Careful. Careful, yeah. Them DTs. I have no idea how normal DTs just ran on by. Probably because, you know, not well-timed explosions. It certainly does seem like, yes, they do one explosion before they detonate. So I guess that's a little quirk. A cool thing that's at least different from the Century Champion. But regardless, I think this run is looking a little better for some reason. I guess RNG is a real thing. JK. Again, mistimed DTs, and I cannot sell. Otherwise, the explosion will be sucky. Let me try putting someone strong now that we beat the other two bads. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Let's see. Let's take it slow here. Come on. I need a well-timed explosion for DTs, and it didn't happen. I don't know if it's happening at this rate, guys. Last thing I could do is maybe change a few of these to strong, but then I die to the DTs. Just watch. Just watch. JK. Well, I don't think the difference is actually very much. But we got lucky, so yay RNG. Live to see another round, but it's not looking like we'll live for much longer at this rate. This round does not look good at all. Yep. I think for all these bad rounds, it's gonna be putting someone strong to start. So far, everything on strong. Again, just gotta get lucky with that last bad. Oh no, this is popping really late. We gotta get very lucky, I think. Come on, luck. Nice. It worked. Unless, could still die here. Oh, we're gonna die here. Oh, thank goodness. That last clutch explosion. So I can confirm that, yeah, there are at least one explosion before the main Century times out. Maybe even two, but it's hard to see. Okay, this round's gonna be interesting, especially with the health scaling. We're gonna have to get lucky twice in a row. Got lucky once. Can I get asked for one more, please? One more? Nice. Very nice. However, we still need a little more luck beating this part, which isn't happening. No. I'm gonna try putting someone last, because it was the last bat that was a problem before. Let's just put our focus onto that instead. And tell me what's the difference. Nope, bad luck. Alright, here we are again. Can I ask for a little bit of luck? Or it's not happening. No, it's not happening. Alright, last try. If it doesn't work, then so be it. But I feel like there's something wrong with this, yeah. Only 23 more rounds from Degree 100 versus Degree 1. When, in theory, this should be performing twice as well relative to the normal difference between 1 and 100. Before we go, I still want to run one test. I just want to see, well, if there's a damage difference between these Century's explosions and the normal one. So, I think I did like 5k damage. Let's look again. Watch for the giant explosion. Yeah, about 5k. Good to know. Now let's see Degree 100. And play. Yeah, it seems like it's not counting. In fact, it's the same amount of damage. So my suspicion is correct. Seems like the damage increase only applies to the engineer. So I think I don't know if there's a way around that for modding. I would assume there is. So this might have been oversight. So a little bit unfortunate. Degree 1, watch damage versus Degree 100. Yeah, I think this one did 30k damage at Degree 100 last time, which, well, looks to be about 2x. So that sounds about right. So yeah, that'll do it. Again, quick summary. Slightly disappointed that Degree 100 or the higher degrees is bugged, along with the fact that it's missing bottom path inclusion. But either way, still a fun experience. If you want to see more mods, there are more Paragon packs out there, then make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss it when I do release it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.